Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm back at it again with another video. So, as you can hear in my voice right now, I'm insanely excited right now. Got a good night's rest. I'm pretty sure most of you guys did also. Donald Trump. He is now our president-elect of the United States, along with J.D. Vance as the VP. Gonna be succeeding Kamala Harris, who lost last night. I feel for most of my family members who absolutely detest me right now. I got so many text messages coming in through my phone when I woke up. But before we react to Jim Cornette, because this is what this video is about. It's about reacting to Jim Cornette open super live to him and his supporters in regards to the president-elect. Really quick, just for a couple seconds, I did get a promotion yesterday. I'm super happy about that. I feel great. I mean, not through anything merit-wise as far as the decision, but the old department manager stepped down. I don't know why, don't really care, but I got promoted into that position. That's the good news. The bad news is this is probably going to be my last night reviewing NXT. Dynamite's going to be straight and SmackDown's going to be straight going forward, but it's going to probably be my last night reviewing NXT, only because we do our truck on Mondays and the department manager usually closes out the transaction by counting all the pieces directly after the truck is done. So typically that means, like, we do the truck on Monday. We typically finish around the afternoon, evening, sometimes even nighttime if it's that big of a truck. And then the department manager typically is the one counting the pieces to see if we have any credit. That's going to be my job. Obviously, that's going to be happening directly after the truck. Obviously, that's going to be in the middle of NXT. So, unfortunately, this will be my last night reviewing NXT. Just giving you guys a heads up. But enjoy tonight. And don't worry, again, Dynamite and SmackDown are still going to be fine. And now I have open days because I'm off on the weekends now. So, there's no excuse to review any pay-per-views. Not that there was to begin with. But let's react to Jim Cornette real quick. Let's kind of go back to having a good mood, okay? Because, okay, Jim Cornette, he's going to be our good mood of the day. So let me just, I had to download Twitter again because I got rid of it. Okay, so I think he only has one post from what I can tell right now. Had to pause it to look for it, but it says, so now we all know what Charlton Heston felt like when he saw the Statue of Liberty at the finish of Planet of the Apes. Which I'm gonna assume, I don't know if I've seen the Charlton Heston one, but from what I remember out of any of the Planet of the Apes movies I've ever seen, is it the Statue of Liberty when, like, it's in the middle of the sand and like half the body sticking out of the sand? He's so butthurt already. Let's see some of the replies underneath this. We don't have that many, but enough where it's like, we can reflect off of it. I'm not going to read any of the names though, but I'll read them in order. This is one of the responders. I love to say that America is better than this, but we aren't. We just prove that we aren't. If we were, then we wouldn't have a convicted felon be the president-elect right now. It's funny whenever I see people say things like convicted felon and stuff. You do realize it was the DOJ, his ops, his enemies, who painted him out as a convicted felon. I mean, you guys always talk about democracy dies in darkness, and here you are trying to put the president-elect inside prison, and you tried your very best to do that before he was even considered the president-elect. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to take he's a convicted felon. Yeah, his ops made him a convicted felon, not actual genuine people. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see, the next person says, I'm trying to find the more negative ones. Let's see. Actually, I will read this one though. Hopefully, this means you're going back to strictly commentating on wrestling. Like I said, for me, I know he's reflecting that off of Jim Cornette. Me personally, I've always been the kind of person where it's like I don't necessarily bring my politics into it unless I'm like making a metaphoric comparison. But even then, I'm pretty like, center right whenever I'm using a metaphor, so I can kind of get people to understand my perspective. I try my best not to bring direct politics into any situation out of nowhere for absolutely no reason. Apparently, Jim Cornette doesn't do the same thing, and he's losing a lot of support with people when he does stupid shit like that, but that's on Jim Cornette and not me. Let's see. One person says, time to delete the Twitter machine, corny. Based. You're going to be fine, Cornette. Boy, howdy, the country went out there and took a shit in the voting booth. Yeah, you took a shit in the voting booth. Nah, bro, it's 2024, not 2020. Sounds like loser talk, corny. Grow up, Peter Pan, you lost. Why don't you guys relocate to England? Sure, we're not perfect, but at least Donald Trump doesn't run the country. We love to have you, Jim. Yeah, right, just to turn around and get knifed in the neck by some dude with some cricket teeth with butter coming off his popcorn via sad teeth. Get the fuck out of here. If I'm gonna die, let me die by Tyrone and not by Austin Powers. Let's see. I'm so scared for us as citizens in this nation right now. You know, it's so funny. I hear people say things like this so much. What do you mean you're so scared? Scared of what, bro? Scared of what? He was president for the first 4 years back in 2016 to 2020. Were you scared then? Did he do anything then? What's going to be different between then and now? What are you talking about, man? These people in their over-exaggerate. I'm so scared. If you're so scared, then leave the country. No one's stopping you. Who's stopping you right now, huh? Who's stopping you? What rights of yours are going to be taken away? Huh? What, your rights to kill a baby? Doubt that. I mean, he said he's going to take abortion. Roe v. Wade. It's the Roe v. Wade right now. As far as its reasoning, it's not a thing that's going to take away abortion. It's going to be relegated back to the states. And you're a guy, so that shouldn't even affect you. I'm not sure. What are you talking about? I mean, he looks kind of suspect in his photo. I mean, what, do you think gay rights are going to be taken? That's not going to happen. That's against the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What are you talking about, huh? Maybe your mustache? Or is that what happened? Your porn stash, huh? Your gay porn stash? Do you think that's going to be taken away from you? Hopefully so. I don't know. Let's see. I knew many Americans have low IQs, but this is the single most stupid event in all of humanity. Shame on anyone who voted for Trump. Yeah, because totally what I like to do. You know, it's funny when they talk about insanity and everything like that. You know what I heard about being crazy or insanity? What was that old phrase? A person is crazy when they do the same thing over and over again, hoping for different results. That's the definition of crazy, right? So you mean to tell me Kamala Harris, who's been the vice president for, 4 years, who was essentially a DEI hire, because that's what she was, a DEI hire. Literally, Joe Biden said he chose the black woman because everybody who was underneath his support pretty much said that they wanted a black woman in that position, and she was the best of a bad situation. You know that, right? She literally has never won anything in her entire life. She literally has failed upwards. What the fuck are you talking about? And you want to elect her, the person who said that she wanted to do, let me get this straight. I want to do all these decisions going forward into 2024. But, I absolutely didn't even attempt to do that with Joe Biden in this administration, but I'll definitely do it in the next 4 years. Yeah, totally. Low IQ. Absolutely. Low IQ. Person who can't tell you not one policy that she hasn't stolen from Trump or Biden. But yeah, low IQ. Absolutely. This person said, we love to have you in Scotland, corny. Come and join us. You know what? I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Sorry, Jim. I know you and Brian like to rib on Canada a little, but Jesus Christ, there's no way we're that fucking stupid up north. I can't believe they elected the fucking piece of shit again. Can't wait for the GCE, but I feel for you this morning, Jim. That's why Canada's our little brother, bro. That's right, bro. Stay owned. You're owned. You're owned. Skibbity owned. Let's go, bro. So Putin put his glory hole back. Oh, did he really? Okay, we'll see how that goes in about a little over a year or two when, Trump said he was still going to keep funding Ukraine. But okay, sure. However you feel. Facts over your feelings, bucko. It's over. This country's officially become the Fourth Reich. because some ferret-headed idiot who bankrupted casinos he owned and whined how he couldn't pay them back from a tower in New York managed to complain to the rest of the country that a black woman has no economy plan. Okay, so one, she doesn't have an economy plan. That's one thing, and then the second thing also, can I just ask a question? Like, do you know how businesses run? I've never owned a business in my life, so I can't tell you the how one succeeds as far as making businesses or how one fails. But I'm pretty sure the success rate for most people who are billionaires isn't necessarily close to the ones who are as failures for the most part. I'm pretty sure there are more deals that fall through than deals that are successful when owning the business. You know what I mean? But that's just my my thought process. I don't know. I just always felt like, if you have enough money to do whatever you want to do, typically you're going to make a bunch of terrible decisions. You know what I mean? I think that goes for any businessman. And more importantly, at least Donald Trump has owned a business. Kamala Harris has owned how many businesses? Oh, that's right. Oh, and also the Fourth Reich. I always heard this, and I think I heard, who was it? I think it was Dennis Prager from PragerU who brought up this question, and that's actually a really good question. For if he's really Hitler, you guys keep saying Nazi Hitler and all this stuff. I mean, why would I not believe that you cheated then? See, I'm the kind of guy who kind of thinks that 2020 went by perfectly smooth. I mean, outside of like the elections in regards to the news media consistently interfering. But as far as how the elections played out, I'm one of the few conservatives who would tell you that 2020 played out perfectly fine. But like, if you guys really think he's a Nazi, then why wouldn't you cheat? Right? Like, for an example, if they were saying slavery is coming back or some shit like that, I would do everything in my power to cheat and make sure no one on anybody's side who supports slavery wins. Not only would I do that, but I probably would actively hunt you down and do some things to you that have never been done to humanity in the history of humanity, ever in the history of humanity, ever, humanity, history of humanity. I would do everything in my power to make sure that you are gone off this earth, never to be seen again, probably to your kids also, and probably to their kids who aren't even born yet. I would do everything in my power to make sure that you do not get any leadership position if you were to tell me that slavery is coming back. Why would I not believe that you guys did cheat or do something along the lines of that if you actually believe that a Nazi is going to be taken over? Food for thought. Let's see this next one. It was the podcast vote. I can't fucking believe it, but all that podcast hopping worked. Trump mobilized the young Joe Rogan vote. It's almost as if he's in touch. Take some notes, Jim. You bring it back to Castle to London. Okay, who cares? Loser. Hey, Corny, I can say without hesitation that whatever he does in the next 4 years, I can feel better knowing I had nothing to do with putting him up there. You know what? That's a great, that is an excellent point. I am absolutely happy for that. I want every libtard in America to just sit on the sidelines and just watch the Republicans take over the government like we are totally going to do, because we have the Senate and the House also, and we have the Supreme Court justice on our side, which, by the way, if Samuel Alito wants to leave, and also Clarence Thomas, if he wants to leave also, that gives 2 more picks to Donald Trump. By the way, they're both Republicans also. So yeah, actually sit on the sidelines like you typically do, because you guys are the party of cucks, and you sit back and watch a real government run this country. So good, I absolutely agree with you on that. I needed that. Beautiful example. Well said. No shit, feels just like that. 54% of American adults read at 6th grade level. I love how he types that. 54% of American adults read at a 6th grade level. Look at that, bro. Congratulations, man. Let's see. The U.S. had a chance to save. Oh, there goes that 6th grade reading level from your side. Am I right? Good. And that's directly after this comment. The U.S. had a chance to save some face. Instead, they show their true face. Good luck to you all. Yeah, totally, right? Because when no one agrees with you, that's them showing their true colors. Never mind the fact that they've been representing that, side for the longest, typically directly in front of your face, but sure. The idiots that voted for him probably live in the same caves as their dwellers from beneath the planets. Well, it could be worse. Wait. No, it couldn't. I mean, you could actually have, a communist as a president, but, sure. Okay. I feel like that every time I watch AEW, Excellent reference. Yes, that encapsulates the way I'm feeling perfectly. Thank you for putting it into words. Bro, I can go on all day about this, man. I think we got the pretty much gist of it, right? I'll leave the link down in the description box, even though I'm sure some of you have already read the tweets as is, or if you haven't, you're probably going to read the rest of them regardless. Let me give you a bit of a shortcut, though, by clicking on the link down in the description box below to go directly to Jim Cornette and his fans' meandering, rambling nonsense and just not being able to take the L. I mean, just take it. Cope, and then when you're done coping, cope some more, and then afterwards I want you to cope a little bit longer, and then after you cope from that original cope that you coped after that original cope, I want you to go cope some more. Okay, it's over. You guys had your opportunity. To be honest, I don't even know what I'm saying. You guys, half of you people aren't even legitimately following politics. You're only just saying it because Jim Cornette said it, which is your prerogative, I guess. You have no mind of your own. You're a goddamn zombie. I mean, if there was an apocalypse, I understand that you'd probably be following Jim Cornette, maybe to the nearest Wendy's, and then he'd get you all killed because he probably leave the door wide open because he's too busy yelling at one of the rendered zombies for not kicking out at 3 when he was watching a fake fantasy wrestling match that he was trying to book in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. But that's okay. I just want you to understand that your candidates had 4 years to institute policies that they consistently kept trying to bring up as needed change for this country right now that they didn't do. This falls directly back on them. Kamala Harris is nothing more than a chump. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This is her fault, her position, and right now her party's fault for putting her up. Why would you put a person up currently right now who's in the administration, who's fucking up this country? You voted out the guy, but you brought in his second in command, and you expected her to do what? What? Low IQ voters, low IQ people, your party put the second in command as the next challenger to the president's seat. You put her in that position, and she presided over the economy along with the guy that you kicked out of that position because of how badly he has done in regards to building up to the first encounter in regards to the president-elect when it was, Donald Trump going up against him originally after the debate. Like, it's the stupidest shit in the world. Like, you did this to yourself. It's like saying, I don't want dad, but I want mom. When you're trying to decide, like, I don't know, like, how to get out of a punishment. I feel like if I told mom instead of dad, I'll get a lot easier. Oh, okay, sure. We'll see how that works out for you, okay? You say low IQ voters, but once again, the decisions that you guys made, it reflects back off of you super duper hard. So what I'm gonna go do right now is play some more 2K19. I'm off from work later on tonight. Again, I feel good. Again, this is my last week as an assistant manager, so I'm absolutely happy about that. I will be reviewing AEW tonight and NXT one last time tonight as a joint show. If you're watching this in the future, it's located in the review shows column somewhere located in November of 2024. And shout out to Peanut the Squirrel. Shout out to Frank the Raccoon. Something tells me that was the last straw. Animal lover Jim Cornette. With that being said, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later on tonight. A deuces and a P.I.